Welcome back to the Carbon Online School instructional video. This is going to help you with understanding how to access your diagnostic tests that are required in both PathBlazer Reading and PathBlazer Math. These are the only two tiles you're going to see when you sign in for those first several days, possibly the first 5 days. So first you're going to click on one of the tiles, and it doesn't matter which one you want to start with first, or if you want to start in one and stop and take a break from that and go over to the other one for a little bit. You get to choose. When you click on that, it's going to tell you, welcome to PathBlazer. You're going to take a short assessment. This is just kind of a warm-up. It's to get you ready for the diagnostic test. I had already started it, and so normally yours would say start right here, but I had already pushed start to see what it looked like. But I can go ahead and just push resume. And if you had started it and stopped it and wanted to come back, yours would say resume as well. So you're going to get into this little screener. It's just a short little screener. This one particularly has 8 questions, so not too bad. And you can go ahead and answer those, and just by clicking the next button, move on to the next question. And when you're all the way finished, it's going to take you back to your tiles, and then you're ready to get into the actual diagnostic test. I took the screener already on the reading test, and so now it's wanting me to take my diagnostic test. You noticed it didn't prompt me to take the screener because I'd already done it. So now you can see we have Diagnostic A PreTest, Diagnostic A Post-Test, Diagnostic B, and you can see that's increasing by letters. We are only going to do Diagnostic A PreTest. That is it. We're taking Diagnostic A PreTest in the reading tile and Diagnostic A PreTest in the math tile. These other tests come in later in the year and they change slightly, so we're not worrying about those right now. We're just going to click on Diagnostic A PreTest. And then we have, on this particular screen, we just have 2 tiles. One of them is grayed out. That means I'm not going to be taking that now. I may not be taking that at all because I may have indicated in my screener I don't need that particular test right now. But the clue is looking for this little snowflake. This little snowflake is always going to tell you which tile to start on. And you'll notice in PathBlazer we're always going to start on the left and we will work our way to the right. If we had more tiles on this page, you would be able to see that. But it always goes from left to right. And this little snowflake is always the sign to say, this is where I want to begin. So I click on my diagnostic snowflake test, and it's telling me I'm going to take a test.
Do your best and answer as many questions as you can.
So now, along the top, I have a couple things that you're going to want to be familiar with if you want to have some little help on, well, what is this button? When I get into the test, what do I do here? You can always click that little help button and it will kind of remind you of what the different features are within the test. If you need to send a message to the facilitator, right here you can do it. You don't have to go all the way back to the home page and click the mail button. You can go ahead and do that right from your diagnostic test. If you need to have sound, something read to you, some parts of the test may be read and some may not. Second grade down, pretty much the entire test is read to you, but that feature is there. If it's there, that means it can read it to you. And this just is to move on to the next page or the next question. And if you ever need to take a break, just go ahead and push the stop button. When you come back into your diagnostic test, it will just pick up right where you left off. And keep in mind, this is a long test. It's not going to be fun. It's going to feel like it's never going to end. But we really do want you to do your best. So do it in small little chunks. Set the timer. Give us 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how old you are. Maybe 5th graders can go 20 to 30 minutes with their very best effort, and then stop, take a break, and then you can come back into the test just the exact same way that what you started, and it will just pick up right where you left off. So the goal is we want to get through the reading diagnostic A and the math diagnostic A within the first 3 to 5 days of school. If it takes more than 3 days, that's okay. Our goal is to increase our time that we can focus every day by a few minutes, and it will get easier over time. The next video is going to tell you what to do once you have finished your diagnostic test.